also way darker now? I don't really get what's happening here. Maybe I'm just... Is it because I'm wearing sunglasses? Oh, it's because I'm wearing sunglasses. Yeah, I don't really get what's happening. I also realized I didn't hardwire the computer. Now, riddle me this, people watching. If I plug the cable into my computer now, what will that temporarily shut off service?
What?
I don't get how computers work. Can they hear us? Oh, they're just saying what cable, so...
Yeah,
the cable, the fucking cable from this to the modem. Am I crazy? Am I taking crazy pills here? What cable if I turn off, it will auto switch. Fuck.
I don't know what any of this means,
They
and I
say
don't
it's
really
fucking
care.
fine. I'm gonna do it just in case. The Wi-Fi.
What are you doing?
I'm putting in the damn... Fuck, I know if I do it, it'll fuck something up here. Fuck it. I'm not doing it. It just might make this... I don't know. Should I do it, guys? I don't know. It's the Ethernet cable is what it's called.
Can we just move on?
Yeah, we can move on. They say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is why we need 5G. I'll never have to do this again. I feel...
What were we talking about before this? I hate tech stuff. It's like, ugh.
This is why... So some people wish they live in a fantasy world where they could be like, oh, I'm a brave knight who can slay an orc. But I'm like, I do wish I had a gnome who had to live in my house and do tech stuff for me. Not like a slave.
Right.
Not like a slave or anything, but like a gnomish tinkerer. I'd pay him.
What does that mean, a tinkerer?
Are you familiar with gnomes?
No.
A gnome is like it's what happens when a dwarf and a hobbit have sex. It's like they're like, hobbits? They have a sling.
Not really.
Well, it's like a hobbit. You know what a dwarf is.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
Oh, no, it's not just from that. Well, hobbits, they're halflings also known as. So if a dwarf, which is like a warrior hobbit, but like they live in caves, and a hobbit that creates a gnome. And gnomes are hobbit stature, sometimes smaller, but they always have big paunches. Like they're fat.
I don't think this is right.
Look at the fucking chat. This is correct. And what they do is hobbits are... they're like sort of mischievous, but they're just like simple English country village folk. And dwarves are mountain warriors. The combination of that is a sorcerer / wizard type who tinkers.
So what's tinkering?
Tinkering
Like fiddles?
is where you walk around and like screw a screwdriver into something, and they make like RC cars.
Master tool set, and he's like tinkering with things.
I get him to fuck with the AR. I could get him to fix all sorts of shit. I got the handles on my fucking desk are all fucked up. I guarantee if I had a gnome who was living in the hallway closet, it's a very small closet, but they're not big creatures.
I don't think. What would his name be?
Like Tedrick or something. They're always named. They're always named names that sound like regular ones, but you're like, there's something a little off here. So Tedrick would live in the closet, and I would pay him 1 GP and 5 SP, that stands for gold pieces and silver pieces, a month. So, 1 meal a day, I would give him. The rest he has to figure out. He can't use my stuff.
Days off?
Well, he's too small to cook, so he'd presumably have to go to some gnomish canteen. Like, he couldn't get to my counter.
You wouldn't feed him.
I'd feed him one meal a day. Yeah. I'm not his cook.
So, okay, question.
Yeah.
He would be live-in, he lives with you.
Yes.
But would he have a family or social life?
So he would send his money back to his family in
Dublin.
I'll tell you what, I know that hobbits live in the mountains in the countryside, and I know dwarves live in mountains. I don't know where gnomes live, but I don't really care. So no, they don't live in the Shire. That's where hobbits live.
What is a hobbit?
Hobbit is a short Englishman.
It's just being short makes you a hobbit?
Hairy feet, I believe, is an important part. I don't think they wore shoes. Yeah, canonically in Lord of the Rings.
It's different. It's not human. Or is it?
I don't know. It looks human to me. It's not. No, fuck it. It's not human. It's not human. It's literally subhuman. It's a small human. Below the waistline. I don't like talking like that, though.
I don't think this is right.
Well, hobbits are... I forgot about the feet stuff. Hobbits have huge feet and presumably giant dicks. But they have giant hairy feet with, like, calluses on the bottom.
Why don't they wear shoes?
Feet are too big. Too much money. They're also very... I will say, in the Lord of the Rings, I think that... maybe the dwarves are greedy. I can't remember. One of the short races is very greedy.
Sounds problematic.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of orc discourse last week, I saw.
Yeah, what's an orc? I had to ask a group chat, and I don't think they told me.
They're stand-ins for... They're like basically Irish people with green skin and pig. They're pig... It's a mixture of a green pig and an Irishman. Or a Scottish guy. They're Scots. Orcs are Scottish.
That doesn't sound... Wait, so where are orcs from?
Scotland.
That's Lord of the Rings also?
Well, I don't know. I don't think they have Scotland in Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, I think the orcs, if I remember, they came from the mud. Which I think is why people...
Like, orc mythology comes from what story?
Well, I think people think it's black people, but they're wrong. It's the Scots. I mean...
No, I mean orcs. Like, okay, people are like, we're talking about orcs. Is this a Tolkien thing
they're
or
saying
whatever?
They're bad elves. They're fucked up elves. Tolkien apparently did invent them. They're saying that orcs are Slavs. So we're orcish.
I don't know about that stuff. I just mean I didn't even know what fucking story it was from. I've literally never heard of this thing.
Well, there's goblins as well. Who are goblins?
But goblins are like an old school creature.
Well, if orcs are
in lots of stories.
If orcs are corrupted elves and goblins are corrupted gnomes. Goblins are... I
don't know.
The thing is... the fucked up
from Beowulf?
Beowulf fucking rocks. The band?
Now I'm confused.
Uruk-hai and Orc... Oh, yeah, there's other orcs in Lord of the Rings. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings in a long time. I saw one of the Hobbit movies. I got out of rehab, and like 2 weeks later, a Hobbit movie came out. All these fucking people... were like after an AA meeting, like, we're gonna go see The Hobbit. And I was like, I have $0. If you pay for me. They paid for me. I fell asleep the minute it started and woke up like 4 hours later, totally refreshed at the end. I don't know.
I tried to watch Lord of the Rings. I couldn't get past the fact that Elijah Wood's neck is the same width as his face.
Wait, I don't like that either.
It's like a tree trunk.
Did you ever see that TV show he did where he was like a Russian doctor? Did you ever see that TV show he did where he was like a Russian doctor?
No.
It's pretty good.
Mm-mm.
He plays like a Russian doctor in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, is that the one with John Hamm?
I think so.
No.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah. It's just like entertaining. It's funny.
The Nick.
No, I don't think that's what it's called.
Oh. I don't.
What is it called? I don't know. I watched it when I was sick because the episodes are like 20 minutes. I'm just getting Jarl Slavel. Oh, that's because I wrote Elijah Woof.
What?
I wrote Elijah Woof. Elijah Wood, Russia. Maybe it wasn't him. It was some little guy like him.
No, it was Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh.
Harry Potter.
I thought those were the same guy until just now.
They kind of look the same.
Holy fuck, dude.
And they're both in nerd movies.
Who's Elijah Wood?
He's the Hobbit.
Dude, this is the same guy. Hold the phone. This is the same guy. Are you fucking telling me this is a different guy?
Fredo?
Was he in The Hobbit too? No, Fredo's from The Godfather.
Oh yeah, no.
Dude,
Stupid.
I'm getting ads on YouTube for migrate to Canada, earn 5 times your current salary. Sorry, tell me about one successful Canadian podcast.
I don't know. Everyone's always like, oh, I would totally live in Canada, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bitch, move.
I will say, I've talked about this many times, but it's impossible for me not to tell
There's no good Canadian cities.
Montreal.
That's the only one.
I like Toronto too, but I wouldn't move there. Montreal, I'm telling you, the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life dropped a towel in front of me. She was staying with the guy.
Like on the street?
No. We played a show. So we played this show there. And when we were playing, I leaned over. I forget, there was some big crust punk band from Montreal, but the guy from it was there. We were gigging. You know, I was singing, rocking and rolling. And this guy, I was like, hey, give me a sip of your beer to this guy. He holds up his pint glass to give to me. And I just go over and I spit in it. And he didn't like that. He started punching me. Our drummer, who at the time was a big-time anarchist, is now the most orthodox Trotskyist probably in the world. He is actually autistic, and so he knows everything about it. I will say, he's not in any Trotskyist parties. He's actually technically in DSA, which is very funny, but he's not involved in it at all. But he knows it. Like, he never got into, like, any of the weird, like, post-30s Trotskyist theory. Like, only reads the guy himself, which, you know, not my thing. But he actually jumped up, and he does not fight. He's just a big old nerd, like your typical, like, communist nerd kind of guy. He picks up a chain and starts hitting this guy with the chain. The set ends, and then the guy punches me more. And
what about the girl?
Oh, well, so anyways, show's over. We end up making up with the guy. Guy gets me real drunk. We go to the guy we're staying with's house, and we're schlubs. I'm like 16, very ugly, and then his francophone girlfriend is taking a shower when we get there, and she comes out, and this is like, she is a beaut. We're talking, I don't even know how to describe her. Beautiful. And she's just wearing a towel, and she's like, oh, oops, make yourselves at home. I can't do a French accent. She does a minxist French accent, and then she, like, is turned away from us and drops the towel, and we're just like, and then we go out, we start hanging out with this skinhead who's fucking huge, and he's with this, like, 4'1" Vietnamese guy with a very heavy accent. Who's like, they're both like, you know, this guy's a skinhead, the guy's a punk guy. They take us to a bar where it's like an automat where you just get shit out of there. And the fucking Max is sitting with my little, you know, Max is sitting with like the skinhead guy next to him. And the little Vietnamese dude starts tweaking Max's nipples. And Max is afraid to tell him to stop in case the skinhead will beat him up.
Oh, that's gentle.
Yeah, it was fun.
The kids are they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, they do. It is. I will say, and we had poutine. I'd never heard of poutine before, and we had it. And it was very good.
for it.
But I'll tell you this. I've had poutine elsewhere once. I had it here in Berkeley, actually. It was fucking awful.
I don't like it. It's too much. I don't like a rich food.
It's too much.
If you're gonna have a rich food, you need a small portion. You know. I prefer rich foods that are like rich, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want like nacho fries. I want like duck or something.
Ooh, I do want that. I love duck.
If you're gonna have your food,
I'll tell you this. The Chinese, very adept at making duck.
Yeah, so are the French.
Yeah, I like the Chinese one better.
That's because you never had the French.
I've had the French. I've never been to France, but I've had.
I'm going to step outside for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Guess it's just me and you then. What should I talk about? Oh, wait. In the chat, you guys haven't even seen that Liz left yet. Look, she's still here for you. But for me, she's gone. What's the most pussy band in the world? That band Perfect Pussy was the most pussy band in the world. Not because of their name or because they had a girl in it. I don't know. I don't listen to pussy music whatsoever. Do you have serious souvenirs? Yes, I do. 1 second. Whoops. Just broke the head off of this. This is a Syrian Arab army. Like you can see a little tag. Like coat, but it was not on a soldier. Well, it was on a soldier. It was with a soldier, but not a Syrian army one. That was quick. I did have a little falafel with a Syrian soldier, but we just sat at the same table this morning, Kamishlo. No, we took the jacket from like a ISIS town. You like the Spits? Yes, I played with the Spits. Show some stamps. I can't. Last time I tried to show the stamps, it didn't work out. What's the best integrity album? You can answer that for yourself. Point gun at camera. Do you like the Slits? I do like the Slits. Okay. Subhumans, not that great. Sorry. All that UK82 stuff, not great. Do you play Hearts of Iron? Indeed, I do. Sometimes I haven't played it in like a few months, but do you like Weezer? This is. I've never heard Weezer besides the one song that was on the radio. I don't expect you to think yeah. You like Fiddler? No, that's like tier. That's like kind of garage rock that like I wasn't into. It was like too LA. Like they didn't. Yeah, I mean I'm sure those guys are cool, but that just wasn't my stuff. It was like too nice for me. Do you like 86 Mentality? The fuck do you think you're talking to? Do I like 86 Mentality? Do I like 86 Mentality? Of course I like 86 Mentality. You've out of your fucking mind? Who do you think you're talking to? Jesus Christ. I love 86 Mentality, for God's sake. Do you like any hip-hop? I'm not a big hip-hop guy, but that's just, I don't know. It would be... A guy looks like me who's like real into rap. It's fucking corny. It's not my shit. It's cool that people do. I don't dislike it or anything. It's cool, and some of it's cool, but like, it's just not my thing. You know, I'm a rock guy. Do I like Hoax? No, Hoax. I don't really know Hoax. I was thinking that band from. What was that band with the person who got Me Too? They were like a really woke punk band from Washington. What was that fucking band? I'm sure someone in here knows it. They were like a woke band from. No, it wasn't Power Bottom. No, it was like I can't remember. But the person got. I think they were from Olympia. No, Gloss. It was Gloss. Yeah, that band. Ooh, that shit sucked. That's when I knew I was like, I gotta get out of punk and way more into heroin, because this shit fucking sucks. It's dog shit. And then bam, the thing is, all of the shit I haven't liked in punk, every one of those motherfuckers eventually got fucking Me Too'd or canceled or whatever, got to taste their own fucking medicine. Fuck you. It's bullshit. I didn't like nobody. Punk is supposed to be fucking cool. It's not just supposed to be the fucking internet but with guitars. Like, it sucks. That's why. Yeah. That's why. Listen, if you're into that bullshit, I implore you to check out drugs or something. It's gotta be cool. Think about, someone mentioned MDC. When I was in 7th grade, I wrote a letter. There's a band, Million to Dead Cops, who are not very good, but I really liked them when I was in 7th grade. And I got in trouble because they had a shirt that was like half a KKK guy and the other half was a police officer, and they're like the same guy and they're pointing a gun at you. I wrote a letter. I got I think not suspended. I got like sent home for the day for refusing to take off a shirt that had that on there, and it said Millions of Dead Cops on it. And I wrote a letter to the guy from Millions of Dead Cops asking him to tell my principal it was okay, which did not work. My principal was like, I don't fucking care who this guy is. Yeah. Jesus Lizard kind of rocks. Listen, you guys got to stop asking me if I like bands that I obviously like or dislike bands that I obviously dislike. Liz and I met when I was touring with Skankin' Pickle, and she was with the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
I was the dancer.
Exactly. We were both the dancers, and they were playing a fest where we were sharing a stage, and Liz was skanking off stage, and I was doing my warm-up skanks, and I was like, Liz, skank. When was the last time you think someone skanked in all seriousness?
I don't know. I feel like ska's kind of coming back.
Really? Is that just like
As a vibe, yeah.
My friend Jembo loves ska, and I do not understand it.
Wait, she does?
Yeah, she loves, but she's very open about how she knows it sucks.
That's cute. Wait, I think I did know that actually about her.
Yeah, she thought.
I feel like we talked about it.
But I bought a Skankin' Pickle CD when I was in 6th grade, and I would be like, "This is so upbeat," and then I was just like, once I got to 7th grade, I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's too upbeat.
Did I tell you my ska band name?
No, what?
The Ska Skank Redemptones.
Ooh, so I've heard the Ska Skank Redemption before, but I've never heard of Ska Skank Redemptones. That's good.
Oh no, it keeps going. It keeps giving.
That's really good. I thought I was so smart because in 9th grade I thought of Skankerid Skalaska, but then I realized every other person on earth thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, Ska Skank Redemptones. That's good. I used to have so many in my head, and I haven't thought about this subject in many a year now. But yeah, we got to get this podcast signed to Asian Man Records. Remember that was their label?
I spent a lot of time making up puns when I was a kid. For
Respect
like restaurants. Didn't we talk about the crepe one?
Oh yeah,
we did,
yeah, we talked about it on here. But I came up with my idea for an oi band when I was younger was ELLO.
You said that before.
Get it? Like ELLO? LO?
Yeah.
And I had another one, but I can't. Well, I had Future Punk and the Hover Bikes, which was my whole idea for a future like punk band. I wrote the song called Security Police. because in the future you always have the police for some reason aren't called police anymore. They're called security police, and they're always asking for your papers. Always.
Yeah, like you're a crowd security police.
They're just always like, papers, please. You're like, what? The song went, security police, papers, please, papers, please. And it was like a Gary Newman type of thing. I wrote this when I was like 20. It's a very good song.
That's very cute.
Mm-hmm. I gotta put it out someday. I've talked about my idea how I was gonna sell. Oh yeah, I have talked about this before. Dispensations to listen to Screwdriver. That it's because I give permission. If you pay me $20, you can listen to it. Because I'm Jewish, I can do it.
You do that with Death in June too?
No, I actually won't give anyone permission to listen to Death in June because that is bitch music for losers. If Death in June, I'm sorry, absolutely. That shit, it's bullshit. Folk music is for women, and I love it when they do it. I love when women play folk music, and some guys. But you're telling me that some British yob like that is like, it's all corny. Oh, you got your little SS uniform on. I get it. It's all, the thing is, what Death in June is it's one big, you know how some guys wear the hanky in the back pocket, which signifies different things?
Yeah.
Death in June is one big hanky for the guy who does Death in June. And all these people think they're falling for it. It's music that people listen to when they want to be like, I'm different. Like,
Someone asked about Current 93. Current 93 rocks. I used to like all that kind of shit.
Death in June has that one song. They got a few good songs, but the thing is, I'm a pop guy. Love pop music, and there's not enough hooks for me.
I'm a popist. It's true. We want to talk about that. I'm popist over rockist. Yeah, I don't know if you were around for all those debates. Those were fun.
What was that? Who was that one motherfucker who like tried to?
That's like Simon Reynolds.
Yeah, there was another guy too. I can't remember. I do remember that shit.
It was like always like Simon Reynolds and Fisher going back and forth.
I'll tell you what I
like. And what was Simon Reynolds' blog? I
don't know. I'm too afraid to look.
It was like Bloom something. Fuck! I totally forgot.
Let me get something real quick.
This was a long time ago. Bliss Out, yes. Bliss Out. Bliss blog. That's right. God, that was a long time ago. That was fun. Someone just said, why do I hate China? I don't hate China.
We love
the fuck is that?
China. Test press, baby, war crime.
Oh my God. Wait, I didn't know it was with a K.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I did that because we were like, there's probably a war crime with a C out there. But in retrospect, it made it such a corny band name. But for some anybody who's like, I like it. This is actually, this cover, this was, never mind. It wasn't drawn by him. A cover of our LP was drawn by a producer of TFW, No GF.
Oh, yeah.
He damn, I got test presses fucking galore in here. This is...
You watched that movie this week, didn't you?
13th Floor Elevator's Flexi Disc. Like that? You're not going to find... Right? Oh, no, it's hold on, it says Red Crayola and 13th Floor Elevators. Wow. Which Red Crayola song? It's got Hurricane Fighter Plane and Reverberations on it. That's right. Cool. I don't even know why they would have made that. I can't remember.
How weird.
Yeah, I watched most of it. All I have to say is Kantbot is Jewish. That guy is.
Is he? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that guy's Jewish. Believe me. My brain went ding 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 ding. It explains a lot.
I don't know. I thought the movie was okay.
Yeah. It was, it was fine. I made this test press cover. Yeah, it was fine. I don't really like get what. It was weird. It didn't mention that they're all really well. Maybe not Kantbot. I don't really know what it is, but like the other guys are like racist. Like you'd think they would have like. They're pussy. Maybe the guys themselves didn't mention it, which they probably didn't because they know enough not to say that they like saying the N-word or whatever on a camera. But it's like, how are you not going to mention that at all? Discharge. You know, I don't know. It just seems weird to me because that seems like such a big component of it.
Of the like subculture, you mean?
Yeah, and it's like I don't even mean like really like, oh, they're actually racist and they're like big. I mean, I'm sure some of them are, and sure some of them just like aren't or whatever. But like part of that humor or part of like the milieu of that subculture is race stuff. And it's weird that like it didn't get any play. I mean, maybe it does actually. Yeah. You know what? I haven't seen the whole thing. I watched like 3/4 of it.
Yeah, I think the movie wasn't as critical as it could have been. But I kind of understand why it wasn't, but also at the same time, I don't know.
I'm just like, those guys' time has passed, you know?
Yeah, it definitely feels of a different time, which is funny. It wasn't that long ago.
Well, like, I just, like, think about, like, so much of that shit came from, like, 4chan, or, you know, all that shit came from 4chan or whatever. But, like, 4chan, 8chan, all that shit is just, like, that's... Like, old people use it now to talk to QAnon. And so, like, it's not... I don't know. It's like... It's tired. It's like, okay, you're fucked up. Wonderful. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like... I don't know. I mean, I can accept those guys when they're like, yeah, I'm a loser. But when some of them, like, my problem is when, like, Kantbot is like, we're changing, you know, it's like, he thinks it's like a movement or something. It's like, my brother, it's like, maybe it is, but it's towards what? I don't know. If I was one of them, I would
Everyone's asking us to talk about the Jenny, however you say her name thing.
Hani Jahardin? Hani Hardin?
How do you say her name?
Hani? She's a
I don't even know who that person is.
What?
I don't even know who that person is. I just saw that she had like 150,000 followers and was calling me a Nazi.
Yeah.
So
what she is a dumb bitch.
Well, there's lots of those.
Yes. She is... Fuck. I'm trying to remember now. I want to finish watching TFW No GFW. I don't have a full opinion on it yet. I got to finish it. But she should watch that. Because that's a reflection of her. People who are just too online. And then they start...
Yeah, I don't even know where it came. It was just like, what was the whole story? It was like... You know, because someone picked up on the thing that Felix said and that you said, and then they just kind of like ran with it.
Yeah, hold on. One, what's his fucking name? That Alfspond guy, like the California School Bonds guy or whatever. I have his like full name.
He's stuff. Like obsessed with us. I don't know who he is or what
he's like. He's like a 55-year-old man from Southern California. Who used to write a blog called Irving Renter. I don't know, I guess phone number, all that stuff. But, and then that other guy, some other guy, they're just like fucking freaks. They're all part of that, like, they're like those alt-center people or whatever. I don't know, it's just more fucking loser shit. But it's just like mentally ill freaks.
Yeah, they've called me a sadist before, which is funny.
Marquis de Assad. What is this guy's name? Let me get it up. But they, yeah, their like whole thing is anything Will Miniker posts anything, they like post some screenshot of him 5 years ago saying something about Jews. That's like not.
Yeah,
anything.
That guy posted like something with a screenshot of me saying something about Assad haters book. Which is so rare. It was like so weird.
But they know, so those
because
guys,
I mentioned that his book like references Wendy Brown's reading of on the Jewish question, and he like highlighted on the Jewish question, and it's like, what are you? What?
That rules so much. Yeah, they're just like mentally insane people, but they like pretend to be crazier than they are. They know that they're doing like those guys know
It's
that
kind
they're
of
bullshitting.
troll, right?
What's up?
Like he's just kind of trolling, right?
Yeah, they're just like trolling, but like so like when people respond to them seriously, like don't it's not like a you know what is this guy's fucking name? His name is Larry. There we go. Whitepages.com. Larry Glenn Roberts. But the other guy, I think, is this guy. I don't know. I know where he works, and you know, which is enough. But it's they're not. The thing is, like, I don't care. They're not gonna like get. Well, they're gonna get us kicked out of a magazine. Great. We've had literally one magazine ever write about us, and that was 3 days ago in GQ, and it doesn't matter. You know, like it's like we don't. Okay, fine, get a story about it. I mean, it didn't work because they're psychopaths. But I think their whole thing is they're like, it's if they act like crazy outraged people and just post screenshot after screenshot, then journalists will start freaking out and think that they did something wrong. But I don't give a fuck. Okay, no journalist writes about us. We've made it like a year with basically zero journalists writing about us. It doesn't matter to me.
They all listen to us.
Oh yeah. Even though I, well, I'm not gonna say my view of journalists. Some are good.
I think people know what we think about them.
But so Jenny.
But yeah, I don't know what her deal is or who she is. She's like a Russiagate person.
She's like a crazy Russiagate person, and she tried to be. So she's like friends with all like the Epstein like science guys, or so she says. And so she made all these threads like Russiagate style, like Eric Garland long threads about how so-and-so is going to get busted. But then you realize like she's bullshitting, but she also knows some of the people. And so like, oh, these are your friends? And now you're like, methinks thou doth protest too much. But the thing is, she's really, she's a nobody, right? She writes for Boing Boing. Her Wikipedia page?
Like, isn't that a website that like aggregates tweets?
Check this shit out. Her Wikipedia. I don't know what this fucking Dumbo does.
I just like the thing is when these people like tweet crazy stuff, the best response is, I don't know who you are.
Her dad is a Wikipedia page. That's never a good sign.
I don't know who you are, lady. Like, you're being crazy.
You want to hear once I read this, I just stopped reading. She has been this is in her Wikipedia page. Which she obviously wrote herself because no one would do this. She has been the main source of an article in something called The Age, talking about the cultural relevance of Wikipedia articles, and the source for a New York Times article discussing Boing Boing's part in the creation of the flying spaghetti monster internet meme.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't even know who cares?
So Reddit gold, my good woman. Did you see? I couldn't tell if it was real. That guy Kenzo interviewed someone from Guar, and he was like, "I've never fucking heard of her." Her whole
wait, what's her thing with Guar?
Her whole thing is she was like, "You fucking trolls can't you can't beat me down." I was living with Guar in an abandoned factory when I was 14, and then that dude Kenzo interviewed some guy from Guar, and he was like, "I've never heard of this fucking person in my life."
I like Guar, but they're also kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters of metal.
It's a fake band. Yeah, it's cool that it existed, but it's like, I'm
just like, you can't just start calling people Nazis.
Well, you can.
No to the left.
That's the thing is, you can just start calling people Nazis.
Well, people have been doing that for a long time now.
But what I've noticed, a weird trend is that Goyish people for some reason think it's okay. And I'm not saying people can easily take me out of context here and be like, Jews are people that have the same oppression as black people, when obviously I'm not saying that. But I will say, you would not like, or no, I won't even use a race angle. I'll use a religion angle. You would not tell like a Sunni to not make fun of Muslims, or like you wouldn't tell a Christian to not make fun of evangelicals or something like that. But only Jews, actually that's not even true. Only like left-wing Jews can't make fun of other Jews.
It doesn't even have anything. That's the thing though. It has nothing to do with hypocrisy. It has nothing to do with actual sentiments. It's just a disciplinary tool and technique. And anytime anyone entertains any of it as in good faith, you're already deciding to play by their rules and you're ceding too much ground. So what you say is, hey, lady, I don't know who you are and you're fucking insane. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, it's like these people, yeah, they're all, the dumb bitch train is a chugging. And it's got
none of it is ever good. It's just all a tool.
Well, that's the thing is like, it's obvious that their whole, like, it's a clear tactic now. They saw with the Corbyn thing that calling someone an anti-Semite works. But the thing is, it can't, people just take one motherfucking look at me. Look at me. It's, I've done it before. I'll do it again. I am the happy merchant.
No, but my point is it's not even.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? It's like even saying that it's not possible for me to do this is like legitimating the accusation, because it's saying, yeah, it's like no, it's just shut the fuck up, man. No.
Well, I think pointing out that you're a fucking. You're cool. I don't like many Gentiles because not funny.
Not funny.
Many Gentiles, baby. You're okay. Poles are basically Jews.
Hey.
But not funny. Bad at entrepreneurship. Not great at the media. It's the thing. It's all these. Every wimpy motherfucker just thinks it's like, yeah. They can all suck me. But the thing is, it doesn't work. Do you see that Gwen Snyder lady was also pointing to Chapo losing some subscribers at the end of the month? It was like, this is a big victory. When it's like, you fucking dumbass. At the end of every month, 1 million people's fucking credit cards expire. And everyone always loses subscribers at the end of every month. And it's like, this is fucking, I cannot wait until our episode that we recorded Friday comes out.
Oh, yeah. Well, they called us a Nazi podcast, so we did a Nazi episode.
Exactly. And it is,
that's
believe
the TrueAnon way, baby.
It is.
You want Nazis, we'll bring you Nazis.
It's like, okay, yeah, you're fucking worried about the Proud Boys. There's a lot bigger problems out there, mon frere.
Yeah, the Proud Boys, I mean, don't get me started.
It's when they start working for Blackwater, give me a holler. Because that's where they fucking are. That's where they fucking are. Literal ones are. Yeah, I don't understand. These people don't understand. They don't understand that I have been all last week. I was literally every single night after we recorded or whatever, about 9 p.m. every single night, I fucking sat down on that bed back there and I fucking read about rune magic. I don't like rune magic. I don't want to know rune magic. I'm not into black metal. I don't like Odin, but I have to learn about it because that's where it's at. And so when Jenny Jardin starts learning about the rights of Thule, maybe we can talk. But until then, you're just a dumb Russiagate bitch. Russiagate, by the way, that she's still on that, which almost seems pathetic because it's like that train, that bye, that's gone. That rhetorical.
Yeah, you gotta get on China.
Exactly, you got to start Chinagate. It's cool to see the Democrats and the Republicans are racing to see who can get to the China thing quickest.
Someone said something in the chat, so I just want to say something. Anyone who suggests that Angela Nagel, Amy Therese, or Amber are Nazis is messed up in the brain. That's a ridiculous, ridiculous claim. And I'm friends with all three of those girls, and that's offensive and ridiculous. That's what I'll say about that.
Yeah, I think people don't understand that. Some people are just like, so like it's a lot of what people call Nazism is just social democracy.
No, it's, people confuse, like, yeah, I don't know. I have to think about how I want to talk about that.
Well,
maybe.
like with we've talked about this before, but like with Nagel's open border or like the border shit. I mean, that's like a lot of why people called her a Nazi. If I remember, I don't know. I ignored basically all of that.
No, even before that, it was even just people started slinging that at Angela when she fucking published Kill All Normies, because it was the idea of even engaging with the community that she was documenting was somehow betraying a kind of allegiance or solidarity with the social formations that she was attempting to examine and sort of and explain, what was kind of going on in this like early internet. I mean, the same shit we were talking about just now with the Facebook no girlfriend or whatever.
Well, what was the point of
it started for her?
What was the
point? And then the Reuters article that she did, where it's like she's advancing, not even getting into the like nitty gritty of her argument, right? Because I think there are definitely points. The same thing with in Killer Normies. There are definitely like points of contention that you can take with those, and you can argue against them. But rather than do that, people just said the entire thrust of her argument is Nazi, which is just it's not an argument. It's an attempt to discipline and excise from discourse, which is just not what I've said before. It's a complete and total basically attempt to squash any kind of political discursive culture.
What was the point what was like the thesis of Kill All Normies? It was like,
I mean, it was just documenting what was going on in that kind of like early, what you would call kind of like, I mean, at the time, I guess you would call it like the manosphere or whatever, but the Chan culture, and all of those, I mean, it really was, I don't even think that there was any, I mean, I don't know. I read that a long time ago, so it's been a minute, but I don't even think that there was a kind of like, I don't really remember there being a kind of like value argument, and more so just like, this is something that's going on, and this is clearly becoming a point of, if not radicalization, like a kind of, not gateway, but at least like a kind of like tube, if you will, like into what was going on with Trump and what was going on with larger culture stuff with young men online. So I don't even think there was any kind, and saying, okay, if this is happening, is there a point here where perhaps a left political project can intervene? I don't know. And that seemed to be a bit more open-ended. But I don't remember there being any kind of like value argument, really.
I feel like people like that book until, I don't know, I'll tell you what, I have not read a book by any like political writer that was printed past like 1965. But like, I feel like people liked that book until she got canceled and they stopped liking that book. But the Borders thing is that was the thing that I watched happen, because I don't remember really what our article said, but it was like talking about no open borders, whatever. But I didn't ever understood it, because I'm like, well, if you think that she's a Nazi for that, but you love Bernie Sanders, and he is like probably like a similar position, you know what I mean? He's not exactly.
She was really. I mean, the stuff that I'm a little confused on from what I remember was the kind of employer side of what she was talking about in terms of like e-verify or e-check or whatever that is. And I don't really know the intricacies of that, but I understand there being a kind of contention there. But she was just basically making an argument that has been basically the left argument for a century, which is that the nation state as a form is the only vehicle we know towards social democracy, right? And that's what she's saying, basically. I mean, it's like very not controversial to me, but I don't really. I think it had to do more with other things than it had to do with actually the argument itself.
Towards what? Towards social democracy? And you're telling me this person's not a fascist?
You know what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. With all of these ladies, I have the answer to your problem. You never have to think about any of these subjects again if you just become an orthodox Marxist-Leninist. None of these are your issue anymore.
Someone just said she said a bunch of more shit that was wrong and stupid. I don't think she's fascist, but a bunch of stuff I disagreed with. That's fine. Disagree. You should disagree. That's the fucking point of argumentation and discourse, right? Have disagreements. But that's not what happened. What happened was you are persona non grata. You are kicked off. You are not publishable. You are, and look, Angela doesn't have institutional backing. She's not she's not tenured. She doesn't have the safety net of fucking academia. So that she was literally just excised from conversation is fucking ridiculous. And I think a lot of people owe her an apology.
Yeah. Apologize to her. She should write another book. Come back.
She's got some stuff going on.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though. There's nobody who's I'm trying to think of somebody whose writing I read and I'm like, this person has sound theoretical backing, and I can't think of a single person. There needs to be more socialist scientists out there.
What do you mean?
People who use the power of Marxism correct. I don't know. I'm just like, I for some reason, all of it just like, every time I read, something Jacobin, something whatever, I'm just like, it's not gonna happen, my brother. Like it's anytime I read basically someone view the state as something more than like an apparatus of like oppression and repression of classes that don't dominate it, I'm just like, okay, tune out. But also none of it matters because it's like we're not getting anywhere. I don't know if I should say that. We are not getting anywhere, but I wouldn't say that maybe none of it matters. That's unfair of me. I'll tell you what. Monthly review. People always get mad at Jacobin. You can read other magazines. You should check out Monthly Review. Monthly Review is fantastic. I like Jacobin fine, but Monthly
the old guard.
Exactly. We're talking. That's this. Basically, read Monthly Review. Order any book off Peking Press. You're set for life. If you just become a Maoist, that's why Maoism is the most advanced, because it's the last stop. You got. You're not
a Maoist.
I am a neo-Maoist, yes. I myself am not a Maoist, but I believe in Maoism. But unfortunately, Maoism didn't do so well after mid-70s and past that were very difficult. But it did do pretty well. The thing is, Maoism is adaptable to the conditions of basically all the countries that you could do a revolution in are the countries where Maoism would work in. And so it's like, yeah, that makes sense. I have fraternal relationships with some Maoist parties outside of the U.S. and they're the only ones with guerrilleros. Nobody else does. Unfortunately, Maoists in America, if you're a Maoist in a Western country, you go insane immediately. It's like staring into the sun or something. Your eyes burn and you go crazy. And so
The
that's
French did it well.
they're so
Remember
sexy.
the French kids?
They're so good at it.
They're so cute.
The
I love that photo. It's of Adorno, right? Where he's getting ambushed by the Maoist students. He's like...
They're like, didn't he work for the OSS? I think...
I don't know if he did. I mean, Marcuse was CIA.
Marcuse. I've never read any of those guys. It doesn't matter. Should I read one of those guys?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you some stuff when you come over this weekend.
Before you guys get mad at her, it's okay. I don't have it. I've already had it. Plus, there's only 9...
Wait, let me get more sparkling water.
You guys want to know something fucked up? San Francisco almost has 1 million people. There's only 90 cases of COVID. Hello, New York. Should I read Adorno though? Because it's like, I've been reading. I'll tell you what, guys. I'm done with politics. I'm getting this next episode we got coming out tonight. This marks a departure. A departure. We are magicians now. Bath party would work here, I think.
Someone on Twitter posted like a bath party, like electro song. Do you know any of this stuff?
No. Was it that guy Henry Crinkle?
No.
That guy had some good bath content. That guy posted once the website that Iraq, the country, and like it was like an official Iraqi website had in like 2003, right before the invasion, and it's like the official Iraqi website. It's like Saddam's statements to the American people and all that stuff. It's very fascinating to look at. But yeah, well, what I'm saying is that someone says, was Bath Party just a bunch of NCOs, non-commissioned officers? And basically, yes. And the thing is, if you want socialism, forget trying to organize the baristas. Organize lower level and mid-level officers in the various branches of the militaries. I'm not saying I should that will only work if you're right wing, I guess. So don't take that advice. But here's the fucking thing though. If I was a right wing guy, I could do it. I could do it because we briefly touched on this in the episode, but Evola, that whole thing, I've been thinking about this a lot.
Oh my God.
Evola was a blood magician, and he wasn't a fascist. I mean, he was a fascist, but he wasn't like, that was a cover. That was a cover for blood magic. And so what he actually wanted to do was, bam, take a step back. He and his like little cadre of friends wanted to sacrifice people because they literally thought it was a spell to gain political power. And that's what you see in America too. In these, like, the fat guy, Richard Spencer, his, like, other large, well-fed friends. They're all into Evola, and they're like, oh, yeah, dude, siege mentality, all this, yeah, totally. The face skull mask, dude, you should get a gun and shoot someone because they want those people to die, not in, like, the furtherance of a political goal, but the furtherance of a magical goal. Because if enough blood is spilled during enough rituals, this all goes back to they figured this out in the murder of Walter Rathenau. Someone just said Evola was Thalamite. Basically, yes. All right, hold on, I gotta get a drink.
All right, what's up with these guys? The Nazi episode is good. I think you guys will like it. I don't know if I can make Brace read Marcuse. Maybe. I don't know if he'd get into it. Stop the bad takes. I have no bad takes. All my takes are perfect. You guys aren't. What? I don't know what question. Have I read the new Piketty? I have not. I'm not that interested. I'm not a big fan of Piketty.
The ska album, Pickety, Pickety, Pickety.
No. Uh, Meal recommendations. I have not. I had kind of a shitty weekend. So today, the only thing I've eaten today was I made sourdough baguette. So I had that with some lovely goat cheese and jam, and a side of bacon. That was good, and some raspberries. I'm not really like eating full meals, I feel like. But if you come over next weekend, then I'll make you guys breakfast.
Oh, absolutely. Well, should we come over Friday or Saturday?
No, you should come over. Wait, can you come over Sunday?
I'll see.
Saturday or Sunday? I have a feeling I like drink too much champagne on Friday.
Champers?
Yeah, I bought myself a fancy bottle of champagne. Oh, it's my birthday on Friday.
I didn't know if you were keeping that one in the pocket.
No, I don't want people to think I'm planning on drinking on Friday. That seems weird.
Someone said me too. Yeah, I got you something, Liz.
Did you?
Yes, but
No,
but
you didn't. That's fake news.
I'm getting you something. I've been trying to figure out what to get you. Really, what I was gonna say is I got you something, and
I'm impossible to buy something for.
All motherfucking women are, but you can just get them kitchen shit. But you're a fucking snob, so I don't even know what I would get you. What I always get, what girls like is, so the thing is, you fellas, listen to this. Never buy your girlfriend anything all year and then buy them something really nice for their birthday. What you got to do is you got to have a friend, one of their friends. I always just go to Leah.
Leah's good.
Would Leah know for you? I shouldn't ask you that.
I don't know if she would.
Yeah.
I'm very particular.
I know. That's the problem.
No one should ever buy me like jewelry, clothing, none of that.
No, never buy girls that shit. No. Because they'll just like, you don't know. You're like, what? You don't like a push-up bra? But your titties look bigger. And they're like, this is for the wrong size. And it's used.
What?
Yeah, I made the mistake of getting many girlfriends used bras because
that's not
soiled.
No, someone said perfume. Mm-mm.
No, I wear.
But I'm also very. See, it's like I like things that are I'm too specific. I'm very picky.
I wear perfume. What's it called? Forgot cologne. I wear cologne.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I show you. Yeah, I wear it like all the time.
Someone just said houseplant. Don't buy a girl a houseplant. That's weird.
Liqueur Incendo.
What is that?
It smells like fire. Like wood on fire. Girls love
what's a great one for men? Little hot tip.
What?
Is Aesop makes a deodorant, but if you just wear that, incredible. People will be complimenting you all the time.
What is it?
That company Aesop, they make a deodorant, and you just the classic one that they have.
Should I get that? I like this though. Yeah, I wear this shit all the time.
I swear to God, it like just It's great.
Girls love this shit because it's like the scent version of having chest hair.
Yeah, this one's good. This one's like herbal.
That's not really my style, but I'll
I
check it
think
out.
it's nice.
Um,
It's not expensive. It's like $30 or something.
that's kind of expensive for deodorant.
Well, I wouldn't use it as deodorant. I would just use it as like a spritz.
Gotcha.
I mean, you could use it as deodorant, I guess.
What do you call it? Women love it when you wear two things: shoulder holster and deodorant. Not deodorant. Cologne.
Cologne is kind of weird sometimes, but I think if you do it right.
Well, you can only got to put a little on.
Yeah.
So when you're giving,
there's one that's like really expensive. That's that magazine Fantastic Man. They did it with Byredo. It's like a while ago, but it's funny because it literally just smells like really expensive gin, which is kind of nice.
I'm not a big. Women love the smell of my sweat. I've noticed as well. So if they just could bottle that, fellas, your problems would be over.
I'm not recommending it as a deodorant. Everyone chill out. I'm just saying as a spritz. It's nice, okay? Fuck. As a fucking fragrance. Jesus Christ. You can wear it as a woman, too. It's a great smell. God, everyone gets so pissy.
You know, women. You know what else women love is when you wear jeans that are like, you know how like it's like your waist size and then the length size, and if your length is like, for instance, like 32, get pants in 34 length, and because if they're flooding behind your feet a little bit, they remind girls of the trail of a wedding dress. Because if your jeans at the back are all shredded and they're like following your foot, maybe with like for like 3 or 4 inches, women are like, this is called psychological manipulation. Because they're like, why do I love watching him go?
No, that's not a thing.
Oh yeah.
You should just have pants that fit you.
No. That's a rookie mistake, is getting pants that fit you. Because first of all, they're not flexible. You get your size 32 waist, you get a size 38. Because no matter which direction you go in, because you can just, if your pants are too big that way, hold on.
Oh, brother.
If your pants are too big, these pants are actually much too small for me. These are like a 28 or something. I don't, they're like, yeah, something like that. You get pants that too big, it's like, that too big, you just fold it like that, and then you put them on, and you just tie a belt and cinch it over there. Boom, bingo. But because, they're 38, you have room to grow, too, if you want to go that direction. A lot of people don't understand. That's a little life hack right there.
Life hack.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone dating in quarantine?
Oh, people definitely are now, right?
I think so.
Yeah. If you people, it's like it's gone past the point of turning down some coochie.
But I mean, you can't.
I'm hearing a lot of yeses out there. Has anybody had sex with somebody in quarantine that they had never had before quarantine?
That's a good question.
This guy says I got a divorce. Respect. Or not. Maybe you did something bad. But
divorce makes me sad.
DIVORCE. That's a coming. This guy says I turned gay. I get it. This guy says 2 weeks ago. Respect. So what? You were just like, hey, mamacita, just don't talk to anybody else. This is quarantine is perfect because you can be like, no, it's actually unsafe for you to speak to anybody but me. What the fuck is it? Brace, what's the optic? It's some shitty cheap optic I bought. I'm buying a better one now. Oh, man. This guy says...
if you're married.
No. Married to the game, baby. I'm actually... A lot of people don't know this, but Liz and I are married. But only for green card. It's a green card, but I'm not telling you who needs the card. Or where we're from. Is Brace bisexual? I don't mean this in any disrespectful way, but do I seem bisexual to you?
Everyone thinks everyone is bisexual. Newsflash, not everyone's bisexual.
Obviously everyone's going to say yes to that, but yeah, you've never met a bisexual man then.
Everyone is saying yes, you do seem bisexual.
Of course they are. But here's the thing. I am disgusted by the act of lovemaking. And if I was bisexual, it'd be much more difficult because it would be, I'd be more disgusted. I think sex is gross, personally. I don't get it. I never know where to put it, first of all. I never know what the other person, is their expression good or bad? They're grimacing, but is it a positive or a negative grimace?
What are you talking about?
They're always like...
Who's grimacing?
They're moaning, but here's the thing. Here's the fucked up thing about moaning, is people moan, when they're happy, and then people also moan when they're sad. And I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference. And it's like, I don't know. So it's a hard space to navigate because I'm like, all right, like, is she saying? No, I'm not gonna say that. It's a difficult. Is she saying harder because she wants me to thrust more aggressively, or is she saying this is getting harder and harder to bear? I don't know. And it's like, I'm not about to get into any...
Why are you saying that?
Because I've had women say that to me. They've been like, harder, harder. And I'm like, okay. They're like, no, I'm saying this is harder for me to bear.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm blushing.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's hard. I can't tell. The fucked up thing, too, is I can't tell what's going on with me either, because I get boners during two situations: when I see the big-ass titties of a very hot babe and when I'm afraid. And so I can't tell if I'm like, I want to dive on in there, or maybe I'm afraid of you. I don't know. I don't know if I'm having a fight or flight kind of thing, or I want to see your pussy. I don't know. Not yours.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, that's the first thing you ask.
Yeah, let's keep it a little,
Okay, well, because I'm just saying that's the first thing you ask. You're like, thank you. This is a beautiful apartment. May I see your pussy? I just want to see what I'm getting into. Because girls
do that. Don't do that.
Girls ask to see your penis first date usually. Like, I don't want to waste 3 dates before having sex with you and seeing that you've got a really small penis. Show me now.
That. No one does that.
You don't. You said you never used Tinder. I've used Tinder. That's what happens.
Have you?
Yeah, I used Tinder. I've told you this. I used Tinder when I was in I not recently by any means, but when I lived in halfway houses. I used to use
that's
it
right.
Because it's difficult to meet girls. I had sex with one girl in AA ever. My first AA meeting in San Francisco, and then it never happened again. Well, I had kept having sex with that girl, but not any other ones. My friend did use Tinder in Syria and matched with, because so in Syria you can use like
crying.
You can use some, so you get cell service pretty much everywhere because of Turkcell, like in Syria, because like Raqqa is like 2 hours away from the Turkish border. Like you can get cell service there, but you can't really use apps. Like it doesn't work enough to use apps. So like I could use Twitter, but like I could like only some places, but you had to use it on like the iOS. But so you don't really use it. But Tinder, you could do it like with Wi-Fi. My friend Cal signed up for Tinder and started talking to this Turkish lady in Turkey, and they were like getting on pretty well. And she's like, "What are you doing out here?" Anyways, he's like, "I knew this would happen." And he was like, "I am with the PKK," and she was like blocked him immediately. That's someone saying that's how you get targeted for drone. That is technically true, but also they have much more high profile. Everyone, literally every single person's using it. They don't use it for like sensitive communications, but they also, there is no cover in Syria. It is just a giant flat northern part of the country. The only mountain that's in that part of the country, or in the eastern part, Karacho, they actually bombed that mountain, the only mountain there, and killed my old commander. But with Turkcell, it's like, yeah, I mean, just literally ISIS uses it. Everyone uses it. And they can tell where you are, because if they have satellites, they can just see that there's a large group of people with guns by a truck. So it's like, you take a gamble, but I do think that Michael Israel was purposely targeted. The Sacramento DSA guy got bombed by the Turkish Air Force, but that's impossible to say for sure. Anyways, yeah, I have a feeling that at the end of quarantine, a lot of people are going to be like, it's put up or shut up to get to consummate this cormance.
Someone asked me if I'm on Raya. No, I'm not on anything.
Liz is on. Are you? Liz, we did a 2-hour Raya stream the other night.
Raya stream.
Dude, that's actually a pretty good idea, to Raya stream. Could you imagine Liz on Raya? What's Liz's profile gonna say?
So when that first launched, my friend was on it. And I remember we were at a bar in LA, and I used to do this thing where, I mean, I was like just so obsessed with the whole idea. So I was just, you want to go through your girlfriend's like apps or whatever and look at all this stuff. And she was showing me, and Raya back then was, oh, I told this story. Never mind.
Tell
anyway.
It to me. I literally don't remember.
No, No, now I feel stupid and bad. I don't want to. You don't get it anymore. Never mind.
Can I get it?
Anyway. What?
Can I get it?
No, there's just a bunch of famous people on it. Who cares?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Pauly Shore, right?
No, different one.
Eli Manning?
Anyway. No, I don't know any of those things.
I feel like you could be on Raya.
I mean, whatever. I don't want to be.
You could start dating some guy who's like works for Black Rifle Coffee, has like a big, because it's all Instagram people, right? It's like influencer match.
Yeah, it's like Instagram influencers and like people who work in marketing.
Yeah, I don't.
Two things I hate: advertising.
You don't even use Instagram.
Men who work in advertising and women who work in Instagram.
Yeah. The number one job for broads in this country, in California, is Instagram. I'll tell you what, I don't even really use Instagram. I don't like it's.
Every man who works in advertising is a fucking asshole. Just gonna say that.
Really? I can say this honestly. I don't think I've ever met one.
Yes, you have.
not knowing. I don't know. I can't tell if you're referring to a specific person because I can't think of it.
No.
I've met a lot of women on bluelight.org.com.
What is that?
It's just a drug forum. I was lying.
Oh. Well, I don't know these things.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know about stuff.
I met women on the Jezebel comment section. That's probably...
Speaking of Jezebel, last night I watched Cats with Brandy Jensen, whose new columnist on Jezebel. That's what I was thinking about it. We were fucking so bored. And we were like DMing, and then it was just like, all right, we're gonna watch Cats. Okay, let me say a couple things about this movie.
Oh, like you used the thing where you queued it up together and stuff?
No, we just like both rented it, and we're just like on our phones talking back and forth. This is one of the craziest movies I've ever seen.
Really?
It is fucking insane. Well, you've seen the like images of it, right?
Oh, the whole world saw them. It was like it was like after World War II when they were like, this is what was happening at Dachau. Like it shocked the world.
So I don't know what happened. Like I couldn't tell you what the plot was or what the story of Cats is. I have no idea. What I could gather was that there was like a war going on with cats, and they were magical.
Was it a race war?
I don't really know. And it's, okay, another thing is...
Not based.
What size are these cats? It's very unclear how big and small they are compared to their surroundings.
Well, from what I remember, there was like one scene where are there human beings in it too? Like, are they interacting with human beings?
No. Well, it's unclear. And there's at one point there's a dog, but you don't see the dog.
It looks
so presumably it's like kind of in the real world, but it's not.
Well, because like I remember there's like one scene where they're like in a kitchen and there's like real life human kitchen implements. But I'm like, yes. Where are the people at?
And there's bugs. And there's mice that are even smaller, and they do a dance. It's very perverted. The whole thing is just totally perverted.
What's that? Who's that Lindy West looking mother? Rebel Wilson. She's a cat.
Oh my God, that poor thing. First of all, she can't sing.
In my head, AOC is in it, but I know that's not true.
What did you say?
In my head, AOC is in it, but I know that's not. There's some other like kooky celeb in it.
That's funny. Taylor Swift is in it, and she has cat boob.
She is,
which is like fucked up.
I think she is insanely hot. Wait, she's boobs?
Taylor Swift?
Yeah, I want to fuck Taylor Swift probably more than anyone else in the world.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah.
Why?
I want to have condomless sex with Taylor Swift. Absolutely. Why?
Oh my God.
Because I find her attractive.
She is built like a plank of wood.
Oh, yeah.
It's just all the way down.
Beautiful.
That is a fucking...
Sorry, I'm attracted... I'll be real with you. I'm attracted to the face of Taylor. I think she has nice legs, too. Listen, I don't want to deal... Let's get back to Cats. I don't want to deal with your jealousy bullshit.
She has no ass, by the way.
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay,
You don't know what's going on. I bet she has a ass.
No, she has what I call Protestant butt, which is the kind of long, sad, long, flat sleeve.
You're jealous.
No, I'm not.
Oh yeah, she. Wow, man.
I don't need to be jealous because I don't have that.
No, she doesn't. Does she have titties?
No.
This is.
I told you, she's built like a plank of wood.
She has a butt in this one, but none of the other ones.
That's not anything to write home about.
But the thing is, I've always dated girls and shit with big ass asses. I was ahead of the trend on that.
Well, you wouldn't if you were with Taylor Swift.
So I'm saying I gotta even. And Taylor Swift is. You can't. No, I'm sorry. You can't fuck with me on that. No, she's hot. She's a celebrity, dude. You think they're gonna let an ugly lady be a celebrity?
I don't know. Apparently they did. Okay, anyway, let me get back to Cats, okay? So, where was I? Okay, yeah. So I have no idea what the movie was about, or like I don't know what a jellicle is.
What?
No one knows
Is that a plot point?
exactly. No, it's like a name. But this is what Brandon and I surmised, and I think this is true. That the horror that you experience watching this film is because you know that all movies are going to go this far, where it's like insane, just complete and total green screen. Like the cat face, human face thing is like, it's sheer terror to experience.
Yeah, it's very
right?
unsettling.
It's very, very disorienting and destabilizing.
Agreed.
And the point is, and you know, we were talking about Adorno, right? So let's go, we'll bring it to Adorno. What you're witnessing is in the Cats movie is what Adorno talks about, which is the total domination of the apparatus over the worker, over the human body, right? You are seeing a complete subsuming of the worker into the technological apparatus. And it is horrifying. And the problem is, and this is what Brandy brought up, and I think she's correct, which is that it's like we know that this is where film is going completely, but that that they it's like they showed us too much too quick. And so it's like a knee-jerk rejection because it's like, this is too much, this is too horror, you know, whatever. And she related it to the same thing with Corona, where it was like, you know, life was gonna, you know, so kind of like the social interactions and everything. You know, we always talk about bug men and bug people and pod life. We're gonna go this way. But it's like now that we've been like accelerated, forced into it, it's like too much and everyone is rebelling.
You got to ease it in. Ease it in.
So in that way, Cats is kind of fascinating to watch, even though it's, again, I have no idea what happened. And it's really like, it's so, Molly Lambert called it like ketamine because your brain just completely dissociates. You're like, what? There was literally a point where I was sitting on my couch just, I noticed my mouth was just open.
You were slacking.
And I was like, this is awful.
That sounds.
You should watch it.
Imagine seeing it in theaters.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh my God, imagine like being at the premiere.
Awful.
Anyway.
Awful.
I want to like send you the cockroach scene so you can understand like just how fucking horrifying this thing is.
I've seen part of the cockroach scene.
Someone said go on Night Call. I would love to go on Night Call.
I've seen part of the cockroach scene. That was, I did not like the way that looked.
No, it's completely bizarre.
Yeah.
Someone is asking if there are a bunch of dicks behind you.
Me?
The painting.
Oh no, it's like swimmers or something. I don't know, girl painting.
I know, but that's why it was funny.
I got the Heather Federer painting up there. No. My chat stopped working, so good luck, guys, if you're trying to say anything to me.
Wait, you can't see your chat?
No, it just no.
Everyone talks shit about Brace right now.
No, please.
I'm gonna tell him.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm defenseless.
You could just refresh it.
Oh, I'm on that little app guy. There we go.
No.
And it's working again. Oh wait, yeah. Now Brace is naughty. I can see this now. You know I can ban you guys, right? And I will. Actually, I can't ban you because I had to make a different. I can't access it on my computer right now, and I had to make a different account. What is my name? I'm gonna say a word. I'm gonna say loser. My name is Dr. Pimp de la Playa on here. Brace is handsome. Cool. Yeah. Wow. Someone.
Other people were saying that you got fans in there.
No, please don't send me your friend request. I will not answer it because I will never use this account for anything save for.
This joke right now.
Yeah, this is not. Now I can't. Please stop. All right. I am buying a new gun because gun stores are open. I'm gonna buy a
Haven't
Mini
they always
30.
been open?
I didn't think so. I thought they had closed them, but maybe that was just in LA. I just didn't think they were essential businesses, but I guess they are.
That was one thing that we were talking about that was weird in the documentary. Why did these guys have like $10,000 worth of guns?
That's the thing. I was like, oh, they're like, I don't know. I got some feelings on that. I had a feeling like it's like those guys had a lot of money in guns, and like I've been poor pretty much up until recently. Like my entire adult life, I've never made basically more than like $2,500 a month, and I know rent is really expensive here in San Francisco. So obviously it's worth, but like I could not afford I had like $150 gun until like 2 years ago. Those guys had like a lot of money in guns. I mean, maybe they're all super used or something, but it's like that maybe it'll be a little like, what the fuck? That and Compot being Jewish. I don't know. I feel like people like kind of make shit up about themselves to seem more simple. I'm sure those guys had a shitty life. Obviously they did. But like, that's a lot of money in guns. My brother, you should buy like a house cleaner or something. I don't know. It's something else.
Yeah, he had like a Mac 10.
Yeah, Mac 10's like $900.
And he had like a lot of guns.
Yeah, he had more than it looked like they had been more than he even showed off. That like
weird.
AKs are like it depends on what kind of AK it is, and I can't recognize what brand or whatever that guy had, but like AKs can run you some. I mean, he had the AR. I mean, he said it was used, but he had like the AR with that fucking flare gun thing on it, which is actually pretty sick. I mean, the guy had sick guns. Yeah. We're interviewing Cantbot this week, though.
No, we aren't. Stop them.
I
like that you say can't.
Yeah. Cantbot. That's what his name is, right? It's like I can't go to the gym.
No.
Can't get a haircut.
Like the philosopher. Stop it. Don't be mean.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry. No disrespect for that. I don't know. It's you know, you live your life. Honestly, though, respect to that dude.
Yeah, me. I like that, but I'm too nice.
He's Jew. I don't think one way or the other about that guy. He's Jewish. Respect for that. You know, I don't pay really attention to any of it. You know, I don't know.
Did we get smeared or canceled for having Mark Ames on the pod? No, why would we?
A couple people did, but those are the same people who were canceling us for being Nazis. Who gives a fuck? It's because Mark Ames wrote in the Exiled.
Because of the Exile?
Yeah, because the Exile. It's all the same bullshit.
Well,
I don't care about any of that shit. You know what? The thing is, I wish everybody the best. I got no time for I'm no beef, you know? You don't like Mark Ames? I like Mark Ames. I like you. Everybody, even these incel guys with the 10 grand worth of guns. I love you. What?
I said that's how I feel.
Yeah, what am I gonna? I only have beef with two kinds of people: YouTubers.
Hey, I have a question.
That's it. Really, I just don't like people.
Before I step outside for a second.
Yes.
What's BreadTube?
So you know how I was making fun of those incel guys just 2 seconds ago? I was able to do that with my words, but I wasn't really able to put my heart into it because I feel like pity or just like, it's whatever. With BreadTube, with these people, there aren't words. There aren't words for me here. Imagine if Joshua for Congress was a TV channel, baby.
Oof.
So
it's just like balls.
I don't know. Literally the only BreadTube I've ever seen. I've seen two. I've seen one guy who was wearing a t-shirt that said King of the Cucks. My brother. Okay.
All right.
I suggest you do not do that. But if you feel you need to, I suggest you do not film it. And then another guy was like a horrible, like Gary Gygax, like the from The Simpsons, the comic book shop guy.
Yeah.
He was like that, and he had like a black and red flag as his little avatar, and I saw like a 10-second clip of telling people to vote for Joe Biden.
Why is it called bread, though?
Because of the book, The Conquest of Bread, which...
that's what it's referring?
That's a real fucking snoozer, yeah. They should call it HeadTube, because all those guys should suck my dick. Yeah, they're all... You know what they love doing is debating. And I got no time for that. I got no time for debates.
I don't like debates.
What am I going to see? Two morons argue about something stupid? I would much rather do anything else. I can't even think of something pithy to say right there. I'd rather do anything else.
All right, I'll be right back.
Love you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel bad for making fun of Campbot.
You should feel bad.
Yeah, I feel bad about everything I do. Don't try to tell me that BreadTubers are good if you're saying this in the comments. I'm not going to believe you, nor will I ever watch it. No disrespect. It's theater kids. That's what it seemed like. What the fuck is with Alexander Reed Ross? Shitty Jew. Also, people stop asking me gun questions. I don't know. I don't know. I just like him as much as any other guy. Not like a crazy gun guy. How often do you go to 12-step meetings? Every couple days, few days. You don't gotta read Kropotkin or the other guy. You don't gotta read that. You just read Mark. I mean, you can read that stuff, but you gotta have a lot of spare time on your hands. I'm not Nathan J. Robinson. Who fucking cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? He's just some fucking... That is something that I want nowhere near me. And it'll never... I've seen him in person once. Torp. That's something I'll beef with. Who cares, though? Who cares? Let him go. You'll never... You know what I basically never do except for when I think about him to make fun of him on the show or something. I never think about him. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Did you listen to the Red Scare episode? No, I'm still working on the Bannon one. We got Bannon coming on the show. But not Steve Bannon, a different Bannon. Adolf Bannon. Someone said grifter, but here's the thing. People call podcasters grifters a lot, which is always not really true because I'm not really selling something I'm not giving to you. I make a podcast twice a week, whether you like it or not. I don't know. If you want to pay for it, pay for it. If you don't, I don't know. A grifter is somebody who sells something that they're not giving you. And that shit rocks. That's way fucking cooler than podcasting. Grifting rules. Yeah. Yeah, don't get me started on the David Irving on the show. No, we have David Icke coming on the show, baby. Screw Red Scare. Now, here's the thing about that, too. Who cares? Who cares? I like those girls. You know, I think they're fine. I mean, they're silly, but what broads ain't? But if you don't like it, who gives a? I don't care. I don't care. I don't. You can't make. You'll never make me care. I mean, I think they're fine, but I don't like. I don't know. I'm not. You know, I'm sure many of their fans are psychos. You know, it's. I don't care. I don't have to interact with any of them. It's Richard Spencer is coming on TrueAnon. We're having a Fed to Fed. I am a Fed, but not for the FBI. I work for a different, smaller federal agency. Do you know how like the Department of Education, the FDA, and such have SWAT teams? Well, a lot of people don't know that they have confidential informants as well. And so I work for the FDA as a confidential informant, busting raw milk places. Any luck's getting Miss Banks on an episode? I'm working on Azalea. It's she's been talking to her, but not about TrueAnon. But I snitch. Not about. I'm going back to what I was talking about there. I snitch. Talk to Whitney Webb. I think Whitney Webb thinks I'm a Fed, so I probably won't be talking to her. People, guys, snitches. Here's the thing. Start snitching. Think of who pushes the stop snitching line, right? Capitalist media.
Don't snitch.
Oh, no. Snitch. It's a great extra source of income.
That's terrible.
Start snitching. Exactly. If you see something, say something. Dude, socialists always be like, don't snitch. And they're like, oh, you should call OSHA. And it's like, excuse me? Contradiction much?
I like that as a like contradiction much.
Contradiction
That's
much?
so dorky.
I love resolving contradictions. I
did not see the blind items on Tesla and the drugs. Someone told me about that.
Oh, and Sedan.
Mm-hmm.
People got mad at me for posting this Crazy Days and Nights thing the other day. I like retweet. I don't know. It's people get mad about Crazy Days and Nights.
Why? It's a gossip site. I like NT.
Someone asked what we think of the increasing drumbeats against China. Listen, anybody who tells you there's going to be a war with China is out of their fucking... No, I wouldn't say that. But there is a covert war against China. And that's what, like, you're going to see. But, I mean, it's they own... Like, we'd have to default... Well, you were talking about the reparations thing earlier. Dude, the reparations for China is so funny.
Okay, I'll tell you my story about that. So what's funny is that, like... about a month ago, because I was talking to Skaggs about it, there was a really fun kind of gossip thing going around on these like kind of Russian blogs that I sometimes check in on, and saying that that there are like factions in the US that, and this has always been a rumor for a long time, but like factions in the US that wanted to use COVID as a way to basically not to default on the treasuries that China owns, or not owns, but has. And it's like a real, like, why do you need to do that? Whatever.
Yeah.
But what's so funny is just the idea of like, you start blaming China, and they're blaming China now. You see this more and more. And saying like, okay, well, if 3,000 Americans died, which I think is what it is now, if not more, then someone should pay. Well, maybe they should pay. Do you want to go to war with China? No. Do you want to send him $100 billion bill?
It would be if Trump did that, that would
I
be
meant the other day, not total, by the way. Someone's getting mad at me.
Based. But it will not happen. They're all, yeah.
I mean, I think there's warring factions in, obviously we always talk about this, but there's warring factions within the, let's say, decision-making circles of the U.S. state. And there are definitely those that are more hawkish on China. And like we always bring up, it's like you want to see where the U.S. military is. Well, the entire Navy is in the South China Sea and has been for close to a decade now. So I don't know. It's something to watch. It's interesting.
Well, I was talking to my friend.
And that's the whole thing with Elon too, and we'll talk about this when we go into the Tesla stuff, but it's like, Elon going ham, calling America fascist, has a lot to do with ingratiating himself to the CCP, as he basically is moving his entire company to China, which is also really insane.
Sick. Yeah, I know he was like, there was some weird thing. Didn't he get all those like fake ventilators from like some weird source there too?
Yeah. That's how he basically, like, that was the whole thing with the Fremont production center, is that he basically was like pushing to keep Fremont open as an essential business. And then he said, okay, well, actually we're going to make ventilators. And so they kept it open, but no, he just bought and it wasn't even ventilators. It was like something totally different.
Genius.
No.
He's so I gotta fucking piss like a I was gonna say something.
Yeah, sleep out machines. Yes.
I'm gonna piss out of my dick.
I don't know why Brace talks like that. What's up with you guys? Hello. What was Brace talking about when I was gone? What's my lip color? It's NARS. It's one of those pencils. He talked about how he hated me? That's not nice. Have I ever been to Eastern Europe? Yes. Did I work at Apple? No. I don't know why. It's like 4 people have said that before. I've never worked at Apple. I'm a total dum-dum. TrueAnon Canada show. I feel like are we ever going to be able to do live shows again? I don't know. I'm sad. I want to do live shows. We have a great live show, and now it feels almost dated. We're going to have to rework it. I might know your sister. Interesting. Maybe. I know a lot of people. I don't know why people think I work for the CIA, but respect, I guess. You think I'm that smart? I don't work for the CIA. Although I guess if I did work for the CIA, that's what I would say. Talk about Kobe. I don't want to talk about Kobe, but I'll say that that was very upsetting and shocking when he died. What's my favorite basketball team? I'm a diehard Warriors fan, but I grew up in the Bay Area. I grew up in San Francisco, so you can't get mad at me because I've been watching them since I was a kid.
I wasn't talking shit on you. They're fucking lying.
Are they? What were you talking about?
Not you, baby. I actually can't remember, but I wasn't. No. I was laying out careful plans to eventually gaslight you. But now those have been ruined because of these snitches. No, I was talking about how snitching rocks.
Oh.
And then they went ahead and did it, so they're learning. You guys think you're fucking with me, but you're actually doing what I told you.
TrueAnon mindset.
That's right, baby. God, dude, I do want to fuck Taylor Swift.
She's, yeah, I think she's probably really bad in bed.
Yeah, it makes two of us. I think that Taylor Swift is beautiful.
Well,
her face is beautiful.
You love blondes.
Well, classically, gentlemen do prefer blondes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I do. That's a cool thing to love, though.
What's wrong with brunettes?
I didn't say there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with brunettes, but you know, you love blondes.
Someone just said hashtag Steph better.
Who's Steph better?
Let me give that a shout out. It's the Warriors Twitter thing.
Oh. No, our girls rock. Chicks, I love. They fucking.
Ew, don't be weird.
Talk about the Venezuelan dipshits. I didn't know you were Venezuelan. I don't know what that means. Will Biden die before the inauguration? If you're still Joe Biden, you don't have to think about him, you know. I don't. None of my business. What?
What'd you do this week?
I literally just read all week. Read. I've been reading. I'm trying to finish The Great Heroin Coup and that the Lavenda book. Wrote a little bit. I don't know. All the days kind of blend together for me, honey.
I know.
I've been exercising.
Sunday. What happened?
Yeah. I don't know. How long has it been at this point?
Second week of March? Almost 2 months?
2 months. Hey, does anyone have Jesse Ventura's email address? Can you DM that to me? I've been looking. It's just his publicist.
Let's try.
I didn't look very hard. Is he? So what's the deal with him and the Green Party thing? Because I heard he can't get on the ballot, but then I also heard that the Green Party nomination, the primary, is a fake primary. It doesn't matter.
I thought Howie Hopkins was the candidate. Is there a primary?
There's a primary. Yeah, technically yes, but I don't really know how. Are they doing it now? I don't know.
No.
All primaries are fake. Yeah, obviously they are. It's not. I'm saying. I heard they are. Wait, Chapo was on his show, or they were on? Wait, Chapo went on Jesse Ventura?
I don't know.
Maybe they do have his number.
They probably have a good way of getting in touch with him.
Oh yeah. Were they? I can't tell if it was just a guy. Oh no, yeah, they went on his show. They went on his TV show. I remember that. That's very funny. I feel like he'd like me. He's anti-Navy SEAL like I am. He was a SEAL. He always says like, "No, I didn't sue Chris Kyle's widow." You should have sued Chris Kyle's widow. In fact, you still should sue his widow. I gotta start getting into watching like Lone Survivor, Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, all those like.
You're gonna get super into Benghazi, aren't you?
Those are guys. Those are movies for guys who. Well, what was going on there? No, like literally, I really didn't pay very close attention.
Ain't going away, baby.
Well, they were running guns, appears, out of the CIA, like annex and the basement of the embassy, and that seemed to have backfired on them. So, we talk a little bit about private military contractors in the next episode. Contracting. I wonder if I could become a contractor.
Like military contractor?
Yeah.
I mean, you could try.
I
don't know.
Yeah. I could probably do it. But there's no like cool ones, huh? They're all like pretty bad.
Yeah.
Is there one
like
that,
lean on me?
Just guards like children or something?
You want to be the children's defense squad?
Child defense squad. I will defend this child with a $8,000 AR-15. With an AR-15 with a $900 flashlight on it. I think a lot of people don't understand that Metal Gear Solid is real. It's a documentary. People give Felix, a lot of guff for that, but it's true. If you think about it, it's fucking true. The world is just crisscrossed with PMCs. Oh yeah, Malhama Tactical. So actually, Liz, I don't know if you know this, but there is a like Al Qaeda PMC, private military contractor, called Malhama Tactical. Yeah.
I don't know this.
Yeah, they're in Idlib. M-A-L-H-A-M.
Back to Idlib.
Mm-hmm. Dude, this also those people, all the people who call us Nazis, they intersect heavily with the Save Idlib crowd.
Mm.
There's like a new it's the nexus around West Bappen. But I think most of them. I think the head of Al-Hama Tactical might have gotten iced. I wonder if I could join the Syrian army.
So wait, so go back. So they're Al Qaeda?
Yeah, they're like jihadists, but they will work for whatever group, and they'll like train you. And they like put out like videos of them, like they have like tricked out guns. There's some pretty cool like Twitter accounts that are like, yeah, Malhama Tactical. Malhama Tactical is a private military contractor operating the Syrian civil war. The group, founded by a pseudonymous Uzbeki jihadist named Abu Rafiq, is closely allied with Jabhat Fateh al-Sham, HTS, and its successor group, Tahrir al-Sham. It's around a dozen members occasionally participate in combat and run guns, but primarily provide training. The group is known to have worked with Aral al-Sham and the Turkish Islamic Party. Its leader, Abu Rafiq, was killed in an airstrike in 2017, though his death has been questioned. Wow, look, they even have, he's even based. He's ready for
Wait till Al Qaeda starts wearing Joker masks.
He's ready for the boogaloo. Yeah, I did see some they've the thing is, it's crazy to watch because like the Taliban and basically all the groups fighting in Afghanistan, Taliban, ISIS, and whatever, the smaller sort of tribal groups have really professionalized. They wear like helmets now, and because they have so much equipment taken from.
Where'd they get that shit?
Well, it's the same way they got it in Syria. Is they got it because they'll take over like a Afghani army base, and they'll just have all their equipment. Now that's what happened in Syria and Iraq too. And you could be like, well, maybe that's just the way it happened. And I'm sure that is in some cases just what happened. But also you could think like maybe somebody gave someone the order to retreat, so they would be able to take that equipment. Um, yeah. They can suck my fucking dick. I hate fucking jihadists.
Taliban's back, baby.
Oh, they never went away.
I know.
They yeah. What's going on with that? I kind of stopped paying attention to what's going on with Afghanistan. That peace deal kind of fell through.
Yeah. I haven't really been. I think, we kind of talked about it a little bit where it's like you're going to withdraw and then all hell's going to break loose and you're going to send in Eric Prince.
Yeah. Yeah. Satrap. I do think that his East India Company idea will come true, like, within 10 years. And that's why, like, you fucking talk to me about how fucking Trump is based or, like, his fucking administration is like, oh, man, he's like motherfucker, like, what is more globalist than having fucking Eric Prince taking over a country? Like,
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that shit's gonna be crazy. It's also cool that he spells Eric the evil way.
I know. That always that tripped me up.
There's darkness with the Eric with a K. There's darkness there.
Yeah. Don't trust that.
No. I don't like it one bit. And Prince too. That's also an evil. Because princes are always evil. You know, it's like the prince is the bad guy.
Everything about it is bad.
His sister kind of fine though.
No, you're just saying that to be funny.
I'd like to get some Betsy DeBoss from her. Sorry. Etsy.
That would be so funny if that was her Etsy.
Dude, I wonder if there has to be a way to check, but I wonder if there's been an uptake of girls being named Etsy, like newborns.
No, that's not a name.
Etsy, so having an Etsy store is only fans for chicks who aren't hot.
What?
That doesn't really make sense if you think about it for more than 2 seconds, but it's a funny thing to say.
Okay, but it's like a funny thing. Yeah. I agree. Do you Etsy?
No. I think I probably bought. Oh, I tried to buy like something on Etsy the other day, but it's like a holder for it's like a belt thing for made out of leather for AR-15 magazines, but I didn't buy it. I was like, I've had things bought for me off Etsy, but no, it's
yeah, you got Etsy household a little bit. Not your taste. I mean, you buy a lot of stuff for your house on Etsy, no?
No.
Like vintage stuff.
I don't think so.
Not homemade, not the homemade stuff. I mean, like vintage.
I literally don't know, but I don't think so.
No, maybe it's eBay, whatever.
Oh no, we get most of the stuff at the fucking flea market, Alameda Flea Market.
I'm just thinking of all the packages.
Oh yeah, Jen gets clothes.
Yeah.
Someone said I feel like Brace's place is barren. That is very much not the case.
No, it's not.
It's not barren. I have like I don't know how to describe my living room, but it's kind of tropical. A lot of plants. I have in my living room, one wall is all bookshelf books. The other wall, it's got like some shit in it. There's
a lot of plants.
Yeah, I got lots of shit. I got too much shit, actually. That's the thing. You can kind of see some of it in this. I got like
my place is kind of empty.
Liz's place is it's not barren, but it doesn't have anything in it. Your place is very like you don't have that much stuff in it, but that's like not a bad thing.
But it's also my closets are full.
Yeah. Well, you do love them clothes.
I've gotten rid of so much stuff. I don't even have that much stuff.
I have too many books. In fact, I got in trouble for having too many books. But I do have too many books because I have books that I don't want to. I've read and I just don't want. I don't want to get rid of them, and that's a problem.
I don't like the idea of getting rid of books. It feels wrong.
I know, because I put it out on the street. I'm like, I know no one. It's just going to sit out here until it rains the next time. I got lots of books. But yeah. And then if I have too many, I'll be reading one and get halfway through and then pick up another one and start reading it. And like, it's a cycle. It's not a great one. Do we live in houses or apartments? We live in apartments, baby. It's the Bay Area. I've lived in one house in San Francisco, though it's still counted as an apartment.
Really?
Well, it was just multiple units, so.
What's a flat?
Utah Street. Flat. It was the coolest place we ever lived, but I only lived there for like 6 months because our roommate moved to New York, was like, hey, you guys should move in. I'm going to live here forever. Like, you can't sign the lease because the landlord or whatever, but I'm never going to move out, so it's fine. And then 1 month later, she's like, I'm moving to New York to be a hairdresser. You guys have to leave. Dumb.
Yeah, that sucks.
She fucking
But I like your
sucks.
apartment now.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's more cramped than it seems, just because it's like my building's built really weird, where it's like built for very small people, and so like the little hallway to the trash room, if you like a tall like a big and tall kind of person literally couldn't go through it. It's so small, like it barely takes the little trash can out.
Someone said, why live in San Francisco? Good question.
Never lived anywhere else. I don't know how to drive. I can't live anywhere else.
I don't live in San Francisco, so.
China live show? Yeah, we're going to Wuhan. We should do a Wuhan live show. I don't know where else to live. You know? What am I going to do? Where am I going to move? What, am I going to move to Alabama? First place
You could.
I guess I could. I guess now we can do the podcast remotely, so really I could move. No, we're gonna have to go back to doing it in person after this.
That would be nice.
That'd be nice.
I think it's better. I think it sounded better.
I think it sounds better, but it's also a better dynamic. But it's not as bad. I thought it was gonna kind of suck. Not like the podcast would be bad. It would just suck to do, not in person. But it's not too bad.
It's okay. It's kind of sucks.
Yeah, but it's not too bad. Is what I'm saying. Like it just like. We can still be like funny or whatever. I mean, it's not like crazy. But it makes me feel less bad if one of us ever has to go on like a trip. You can still record remotely. Yeah. I worry about that. Like, fuck. I wouldn't want to, but we could do like 1 a week or something instead of like 2 a week. I will say I should eventually leave San Francisco, but that time is not happening now.
I kind of want to go back to New York.
Fuck.
I know.
We'll talk about this later, baby. If we fucking move to... Because if you go, I gotta go. But then I don't want to be...
I know.
The fucking... Think about that, though. Then we'd be a fucking New York podcast.
I know. That's the downside.
It's a big
the problem is that I wanted to go back there for a long time. But...
Can we meet in the middle? Let's move to Detroit.
Baggage.
It's a lot of baggage with it. Exactly.
No.
Write us off. Well, we'd have to move.
I do great on the East Coast. First of all, the East Coast loves me. I get them. They get me. It's like very copacetic. I am like, simpatico.
Yeah, but baby, do you expect me to be in the fucking snow?
Yeah, it would be funny.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to live in the snow. Are you kidding me? Mankind's entire existence has been against...
Oh my God, you're being so grumpy. I could hit you with, boop. Well, just don't fight.
I don't, and for like months, and then like, oh, cool, snow's over, 2 months of good weather. Oh, now it's insanely hot. I don't understand. Why am I supposed to be in the heat and the cold? And everyone's like, the greatest city in the world, baby.
It is the.
It's always
it's pretty good.
64 degrees in San Francisco, except for 2 weeks out of the year where it's 85. That's why I love it. Can't we go to? Yeah, I know you guys don't want to move to LA, but it's so great. It's all nice out all the time.
I already lived in LA.
How?
I lived in New York too, but it was a long time ago.
I feel like when everyone turns like 24 or something, they like leave San Francisco, move around to all these places, and I was just like, all right, see you guys. I'm gonna do some heroin.
I was like 19 when I lived in New York, but still.
Maybe I'll start selling. I could probably just. I'll think about this. I'll sell drugs and move to New York. That'll make it cool for me. I'll be like, I'm a gangster. I'll start moving weight. Or I'll become a moneylender. Let's move to fucking Israel, dude. It's got everything we want. It's got history. It's got sunshine. It's a city. There's a lot of Jewish people there. Let's move back to Israel.
All right. Back.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Stupid.
Well, it's 8 o'clock, honey.
Is it time?
It's time. I'm
I feel
hungry.
like we didn't really talk about anything.
So sue me.
I love that saying. So sue me.
So sue me is great. Please
It's
don't
so
sue
good.
me, by the way.
Yeah,
I
don't
do
sue
feel
us.
like I have to
But
follow it
also,
up with please
so sue me.
do not sue me. Hey, so sue me. Sorry, it's my Japanese wife.
Terrible. Yeah, mind your beeswax. That's another good one.
Mind your beeswax is good. Hey, butt out. I like that one too.
Yeah, butt out.
Time to download Westworld. I tell you, if you're still watching Westworld, you have a lot more capacity to understand things that's going on than I do. Why would I watch a TV show where I have no idea what's happening 100% of the time?
I mean, I watched Cats.
That's true. Westworld, there's no cats. No, I'm gonna finish The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Did you stop it?
Yeah, I've been watching it for like 4 days. You know me.
What?
I kind of want to watch Lawrence of Arabia again.
Okay.
It's like a 4-hour fucking Good, Bad, and the Ugly. It's like 3.5 hours long. What
It
other
is,
westerns are good?
Hmm?
That's the thing. I liked Westworld because it was like I didn't care about the robot stuff. I was like, cool, the Old West. But like, what?
Fake old West.
Yeah, High Plains Drifter, Deadwood. I couldn't get into it.
What? Really?
Should I?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm. Me. Lonesome Dove. Okay, I'll try Deadwood. Jesus. I just, TV shows it's a lot to get into. Oh yeah, 310 to, I think I've seen the 310 to Yuma remake. Anyways, I gotta get some food, honey.
Okay.
I think there should be a new episode coming out tonight. Gotta check on that. But Liz, I will see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Wait.
No.
You like that one, you little chapstick, huh?
No.
All right, guys. Au revoir.
Bye-bye.